Good morning, Year 5s. It's our reading, straight into a practice apply. We've got dot to deduction, so it's I think this because it says here. It's always got because in it, because it says this, because it says this. One thing, apologies, that one, obviously I used the template and I changed the questions. That one is from another one, so apologies, there isn't anything about swimming in here. That is a simple mistake of mine. So actually, you've only got 5 to do today. The first one, so obviously have a read of this first. It looks like lots, but actually they're very small pages. So I've had to kind of make sure they all fit. So it looks like a lot, but actually there's not too much. So have a little read of it. It's from the Spiderwick Chronicles, which are quite well known. I don't know if it's the books or whether there was a film or whether they've just been going for a while. Not books that I've read, I have to say, but were definitely heard of. Definitely something I've always heard. So the first one, we don't actually need to look at the text. What impression of Jared do you get from not that anyone asked him his opinion on anything? So we don't need to look at the text there. An impression you get from being told that about a character shows that I think Jared always feels ignored. Because nobody ever asked him his opinion on anything. So maybe he felt ignored, not as important as everyone else. So that one doesn't require the text because the information you need is there. Then obviously, like I said, not that one. So the next orange one. What did Jared's opinions about his siblings' jobs when they grow up tell you about them? Sorry, I wrote these questions and I know what I mean. It's really hard to word that one. So it's on this first page. So the fact that straight away he goes, he would have no trouble replying about what his brother and sister would do when they grow up. He would have said that his brother, Simon, would either be a veterinarian or a lion tamer, and he would have said his sister, Mallory, would either have been an Olympic fencer or in jail for stabbing someone with a sword. What does that tell you about his siblings? I think it points out that Simon loves animals, and potentially quite dangerous animals, and his sister is very good with a sword. Maybe she's trained with a sword, or a good fighter, because they're very specific things, aren't they? So as long as you've got something from that page there. The next orange one. What does the silence at the top of page 6 tell you? Now it doesn't mean the 6th page. It means the book's 6th page. So they are numbered 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, 6. So there's silence here. So let's read the bit before. So page 5. There's a big conversation going. You know what? I don't know where we would have gone. We would be great. We should be grateful. None of them said anything. So we all know what that's like. Our mum's trying to convince us all of something because it's mum talking to them. We need to do this. We need to do this. We should be grateful. Here's how we should be feeling. No one says anything. So Jared didn't feel anything close to grateful. And the fact that none of them said anything tells you that none of them are grateful or agree with their mother. Jared's silence is because he doesn't feel grateful, and there was no response from anyone else either. Where does it tell you the house hasn't been decorated for years? Now, potentially, there's kind of 2 little bits here. So some of you might have gone to this bit here where it says more like a dozen shacks. It looks like shacks. Shacks are obviously not decorated all the time. Several chimneys. The whole thing was topped off with a strip of iron fencing. But really, it's the comment that the mum says it's Victorian. It kind of goes with this information. So the fact that all of this, it looks like that, and it's Victorian. So you've kind of, your answer's kind of across here. And then the last one, what does the reader learn about Jared by the end of this extract? Well, you're the reader. What have you learnt about Jared at the end of the extract? But at the end, there's a little bit somewhere. Now, the end doesn't necessarily mean the very last page, but towards the end of the text, there's an interesting comment here by his mother. This is a chance to start over for all of us. And Jared nodded grudgingly. He didn't need her to say the rest of it. Only reason he hadn't gotten kicked out of school was because they moved away. So by the end of the text, by the end of the extract, the reader learns that Jared had done something at school or that he was going to get kicked out for. So we learn that Jared's potentially not this this well-behaved, quiet person who we should feel sorry for. Maybe he's somebody that's actually not always following the rules, which is a quite an interesting little twist at the end of the extract that we've got here. So, hopefully, you've, at the very least, found the right areas of the text to use here. Obviously, Dr. Deduction, we can have some slightly different answers, but, they should come from the areas that I've pointed to. Well done and good luck with that. Fantastic.